But opening, I'm pleased to have back on stage one of the ACMA's favorite snowbirds, Bill Steele. When in town, you'll find Bill out and about gigging and attending open mics. He plays a repertoire of more or less obscure covers, but make no mistake, he has written a few of his own gems. And I, for one, hope he makes sure you all understand when I say you can't call BS on that. So, without further ado, everyone, please turn off your cell phones, turn on your ears, and I'm turning over to the musicians. Thank you again for coming.
Hello, everybody. Hi. I hope Harvest Rise appreciates how many people we got out here tonight for. I heard that a few times. It's not me. Well, welcome, everybody. I'm pleased to be up here. I've got a friend of mine I'm going to introduce in a second, but I'm more a performer than a songwriter. I've got a couple songs, but it seems that we all have favorite songs, and my definition, I think, of favorite songs is either the song that you wrote or the song you wish you wrote. Those are your favorites. And I'm going to play a combination of both tonight because I have some favorite songs and I'd like to share them with you. I've got Jim Mazzone up here. He's a local musician that actually lives on a houseboat in downtown Marina, Fort Myers. And you won't believe this, but his nickname is Houseboat Jim. So when we play together, as we often do at open mics, now we're getting introduced as the Steel Houseboat. So I don't know where this is going. So anyway, the first song we want to do is one by John Prine, who is basically a singer-songwriter extraordinaire. He's been around forever and has had many people do covers for him of his stuff. And he does something magically. He's able to create an image in words and music that allows you to see what he's talking about. This song is called Souvenirs. All the snow is turned to water. Christmas Day has come and gone. Broken toys and faded colors are all that's left to linger on. Well, I hate graveyards and old pawn shops, for they always bring me tears. Can't forget the way they robbed me of my childhood souvenirs. Memories that can't be bought, that can't be won in carnivals for free. Well, it's been years getting these souvenirs, and I don't know how they slipped away from me. Broken hearts and dirty windows make life difficult to see. That's why last night and this morning always look the same to me. Well, I hate reading old love letters, for they always bring me tears. Can't forgive the way they robbed me of my sweetheart souvenir. Memories can't be bought, can't be won in carnivals for free. It took me years to get these souvenirs, and I don't know how to slip away from me. Introduce Jim Vazone. He's a multi-talented guy. He's going to impress you with not one, not two, but three different instruments tonight. Second one being the banjo. This next one is a cover also. It's very difficult coming up with new ideas for songs and putting a melody and such together with it, but when I hear one that's really well done, like this next artist, it's like it's just irresistible to not try to do it. This one's by John Hyatt. Anybody heard of John Hyatt? We are lucky enough to have him in our hometown, Windsor, Ontario, this past spring. Playing with a guy that you might also know, Lyle Lovett. So this big stage, just the two guys and guitars, it was wonderful. So, this one's called Crossing Muddy Waters. Baby's gone and I don't know why. Headed out this morning like a rusted shot in a hollow sky. She left me without warning, sooner than the dogs could bark, faster than the sun rose down to the banks in an open pond. Took a flatboat across the shallow, left me in my tears to drown. She left her baby daughter, now the river's wide and deep and brown. Just crossing muddy water. Standing in the field, be rotten come November, and a bitter heart will not be healed. Spring that love remember, when that sweet brown girl of mine, hair black as a raven, broke the bread and drank the wine from a jug that she'd been saving, left me in my tears to drown. She left her baby daughter, and the river's wild and deep and brown. She's crossing muddy water. Baby's crying and the daylight's gone.
Big old tree is groaning, and a rushing wind and a river song. I can hear my true love moaning, crying for her baby child, crying for her husband, crying for that river's wine. Take her from her loved one, left me in my tears to drown. She left her baby daughter on the river's wide and deep and brown, just crossing muddy water. Now the river's wide and deep and brown, just crossing muddy water.
Well, this next song is one of my favorites by Mark Knopfler. You know who he is? Dire Straits. This is cool because it's the only song I've ever heard of that features an accountant as the main person in the song. How many songs have you heard about an accountant? Well, this one's relevant because it's about white-collar crime, so this accountant has to find out what to do with himself after his crime. And the one thing he knows for sure is that he won't be sending any postcards from Paraguay. That's the name of the song. Jim's going to help me on percussion here.
One thing was leading to the next, bit off more than I could chew. I had the power to sign the checks. It wasn't difficult to do, couldn't stay and face the music. So many reasons why I won't be sending postcards. Paraguay, Paraguay, from Paraguay. I robbed the bank full of dinero, big old mountain of dough. It was goodbye compañero and cheerio. I couldn't stay and face the music. So many reasons why I won't be sending postcards from Paraguay, from Paraguay, from Paraguay. Never meant to be a cheater, but there was blood on the wall, so I had to steal from Peter to pay what I owed to Paul. Couldn't pay and face the music. So many reasons why I won't be sending postcards. Paraguay, from Paraguay, from Paraguay. heard the light.
Let's have a hand for Jim DeZono. Thank you, Jim. Well, this is as close as I get to a request, and I haven't heard a word from anybody. But since it's one of the board members here, Bob Williams, for an American, he knows a Canadian group called Blue Rodeo, so he said, you got to play a Blue Rodeo song. Anybody else heard of Blue Rodeo? Yeah. Bob, you're on your own here.
Doesn't sound that way. Good company.
Anyway, yeah, they've been around for about 25, 30 years and put out a lot of good songs. This is one of their older ones. It's called Bad Timing. Wait a minute.
Hey, it's me, what a big surprise. Calling you up from a restaurant where I've been. Just got in from way up north. I'm aching and tired and I sure could use a friend. Well, I might be a fool to think that you do want to see me again. I know it's been a while since I talked to you. Nothing wrong, just nothing ever goes as planned. Many times I thought I'd call, didn't have a number in my hand. Well, I know it's true, you never do the same thing to me. Never meant to make you cry. And though I know I shouldn't call, it just reminds us of the cause of everything we've lost. Bad timing, that's all. And maybe soon there'll come a day when no more tears will fall. We each forgive a little bit, and we both look back on it. It's just bad timing, that's all. Used to have so many plans, something always seemed to turn out wrong. Many times touch up to you, moving on and doing all we've done. Well, I don't know why, the harder I try, the harder it comes. Never meant to make you cry, though I know I shouldn't call. It just reminds us of the cost of everything we've lost. That timing, that's all. maybe soon there'll come a day when no more tears will fall. We each forgive a little bit, and we both look back on it. It's just bad timing, that's all. We each forgive a little bit, and we both look back on it. It's just bad timing, that's all.
Some of you that heard me before know that I have written a song or two. This is a song that, I guess in the short form is that you get when you try to write a blues song and you don't have the blues. When I had to write my first song for a competition, I started putting together all my thoughts for the words on this blues song, because I really wanted to play one and write one. And I didn't really have a lot, early retirement, Florida in the winters. My wife kind of likes me a little bit still. Well, mostly. Right now. Anyway, so it ended up, I called it the Yuppie Blues. And I think it'll be obvious.
My mother was not a tailor. She bought me designer jeans. My father was not a gambling man, way down in New Orleans. So brothers, hear my story. You soon know what's wrong, why you can't write the blues when you don't feel them. You even have to steal somebody's song. Well, I've never been to prison, never worn a second-hand shoe, never been to Memphis, never really felt the blues. I got the low down and lazy, painless yuppie blues. Now some people drive a pickup, and others drive an old Chevrolet. But what can you sing about a Volvo? It don't leave me no blues to say. My woman, she's always good to me. She loves me, treats me right, while she even makes me breakfast after I've had 2 martinis at night. Well, I've never picked no cotton, I've never rode no rail, wore a suit and sold insurance, why I even learned how to sail. So if you want to sing the blues, my friend, take a little lesson from me. You gotta be sad and have a name like Blind Melon, then maybe the blues you'll see. Well, I've never been to prison, never worn no second-hand shoe, never been to Memphis, never really felt the blues. I got the low down and lazy, painless yuppie blues. Every night and day, yeah, got the low down and lazy, painless yuppie blues. Oh yeah.
Thank you very much. That's very rewarding. By the way, that song is on the first ACM's AC. Yeah, it's there. It's on that CD. Yeah, I'm going to sing a sad song, so Bear with me here, but it's one of the, I couldn't do even my top 5 favorite songs without playing a Guy Clark tune. And anybody that knows music knows Guy Clark's a great singer-songwriter. And even though I don't have personal sort of stake in this song, it touches me like it happened to me, and it did. But this is, he was raised by his grandmother, and she was married again. His step-grandfather was quite influential, and I think as the song will show you, is quite a character. It's called Desperados Waiting for a Train.
I played in the Red River Valley. He'd sit in the kitchen and cry, run his fingers through 70 years of living, wondering why had every well I drink gone dry. We were friends, me and this old man, desperados waiting for a train, like desperados waiting for a train. From the time that I could walk, he'd take me with him to a bar called the Green Frog Cafe. There were old men with beer guts and dominoes, lying about their lives while they played. And I was just a kid, they all called me sidekick. Desperados waiting for a train, like desperados waiting for a train. He's a drifter, he's a driller of oil wells. He's an old school man of the world. He taught me how to drive his car when he's too drunk to. He'd wink and give me money for the girls. Our lives were like some old western movie, like desperados waiting for a train, like desperados waiting for a train. One day I looked up, he was pushing 80. He's got brown tobacco stains all down his chin. Well, to me, he's one of the heroes of this country. So why is he all dressed up like them old men? Drinking beer, playing Moon in 42, like desperados waiting for a train, like desperados waiting for a train. The day before he died, I went to see him. I was grown, he was almost gone. So we just closed our eyes and dreamed us up a kitchen. Played one more verse to that old song. Come on, Jack, that son of a gun is coming. We're like desperados waiting for a train, like desperados waiting for a train, like desperados waiting for a train, like desperados waiting for a train.
Well, this last song, the song I wrote, I just had to come out and say something about an issue that's universal, that affects us all, and many of us just don't have the tools to fight it. And I'm sorry I'm late in the front, but that is bullshit. I didn't know it was going to be. Yeah, are you okay with that? Too late? Oops. Ooh, this is uncomfortable. I'll see what I can do. Anyway, it is called BS. When we're young, we're told that being good will bring us joys. Don't it seem the spoiled children always get the toys? We'd all share if life were fair, if what we're taught were true. I guess it's plain we're not the same, I hope, on that too. Go to school, we're taught the rules for all of us to follow. But when we see the teacher's wrong, it makes the rules quite hollow. You know the teacher's right, and even if we argue till we're blue, I guess it's plain we're not the same, and hopeful on that too. When you see a thing that's wrong, you cannot stand and shout it. When the story gets too big, there's nothing right about it. It's where you can participate. You just put your arms up in the air, your message will ring true. And even though you're silent, you call bullshit on that too. Now the Bible tells us to be kind, to always love your neighbor. Some churches say be just like us and you will learn our favor. Don't throw stones in crystal houses, you'll never earn your pew. Self-righteous folks get the Brits a culprit on that too. So as you travel through this life, be true and don't philander. What is painful for the goose could be worse for the gander. Just think John Wayne Bobbitt. Well, the grass may seem more greener, the rewards are never true. You only cheat yourself with love, and hopefully yes on that too. So when you see a thing that's wrong, you cannot stand and shout it. When the story gets too big, there's nothing right about it. You just put your arms up in the air, your message will ring true. Even though you're silent, you call yes on that too. So when you see a thing that's wrong, you cannot stand and shout it. When the story gets too loud, nothing right about it. You just put your arms up in the air, your message will ring true. And even though you're silent, you call yes on that too. Even though you're silent, you call on that too. I've ever done it, so I hope that was all right. Thank you, everybody. I really enjoyed myself.